The problem was I was a very negative kid. I really believed that God's whole mission in life was to punish me every day. When people have optimism, they have much better functioning immune systems. Blue Zones is a good book that you might want to look into. They figured out around the world why people in certain areas, they call them blue zones, why they live longer, why there's more centurions in there. And one of the criteria of living longer is having a community to communicate with. We are people want connection, right? We want to touch, move, and inspire people. Or people want to be touched, moved, and inspired. We don't want to be isolated in our homes, in little shells and not doing things. We are creatures of a community. So if you have that community, you're going to live longer, your brain's going to function better. Be careful about what you believe, think, and say. There's people that wake up with catastrophe thinking. They wake up in the morning and think about all the ways life's going to go wrong. And I can say honestly, that was me before my dad helped me. I was held back in second grade. I just thought Sister Barbara loved me so much she wanted me in her class twice. But the problem was I was a very negative kid. I really believed that God's whole mission in life was to punish me every day. And then I'd prove him right. So one of the main things too, when we did research in the brain sciences with, you look at Wisconsin University, or we've done some research with gratitude and forgiveness, those are key components to your brain function. If your brain power is all tied up in all the things that people did wrong to you, or issues that went on, so those are taking up all your brain capacity. You only have 100% energy. So what are you putting your 100% energy to? You want to put it to loving, forgiving. Most people are carrying back, I call it in my first book, I've written 9 books, but the first book is called Awaken the Genius, and I talk about the dragons of the past. And I make it's kind of a joke, but people drag on and drag on and drag on their past, right? They want to tell you, oh, poor me, my dad was an alcoholic. You'll see in my book, I have a chapter that says I was blessed to be the son of an alcoholic. Because if he didn't get help, I'd have to get help. I'd be the one sitting on the bar stool. At least he got help. The problem is if you see somebody doing something stupid and you do something stupid, who you got to blame? You can't blame the person doing the first stupid thing, the person following them. That's, you got to learn to think for yourself, like I said earlier. There's always hope for a better future. And one of the things they do know too is optimism. When people have optimism, they have much better functioning immune systems. So I tell people, because I've been accused at times from people saying I'm too damn positive. And I said, well, I'd rather be disappointed occasionally than disappointed every day. Because some people get up and they're disappointed every day. Like, this is a terrible world. This is a great world. There's never been a time in history that's as good as we have today, regardless of what's going on in the world. I mean, there's a few crazy people out there, but other than that, we have, if we could really see what was good in the world, we'd have a totally different news channel. I was being interviewed in Tucson, Arizona. This was years ago when I was going on a book tour, because the one book got Best How-To Book of the Year in '94. And I was on this tour, and this guy interviewing me, he goes, wow, he says, we tried to start a positive news network here in Tucson. And I said, what motivated you to do that? He said, well, we had a bus driver that saved the lives of 34 kids before the bus went over the cliff, got them all out of the bus, saved their lives, the bus went over the cliff, of course, destroyed the bus. Nobody ever heard about it. If that bus went over with a full load of kids, they'd have been saying, that bus driver was drunk, she had issues, whatever. That bus driver should have been in front of the city saying, congratulations, she took a lot of bravery to do that. She could have saved herself and just left the kids on there. There's so much good stuff going on in the world. It's up to us to focus on it.